Cooler, folks. Yeah. Everything's cooler.
Hey, cooler folks. It's Big Gringo here, and today, once again, we are not in Humul, and we are not working on the Mark II Rocco because something showed up in the mail today. Got the KW coilovers ready to go on the Rocco, get this thing in alignment, and she's going to be screaming.
Gringo's chasing perfection with the 81 Sirocco S, and the final piece to the puzzle is a suspension upgrade. Let's just watch him in his element and drink it in. Hey, hit that subscribe button for us. It's not much to ask. Stay cooler.
I purchased the coilovers through Autotech here in California. They had to be special ordered from Germany as they don't want them sitting on the shelf and the seals getting dried out. However, they got here super quick. The first thing I noticed when they arrived was how nice the packaging was. It comes with a toolkit, 2 big stickers, 2 small stickers, and a very thorough set of instructions. As you can see, they're all stainless steel and they have a great warranty. Not that I think I'm going to have to use that. This is how the Rocco sat before the KWs went on. It rode quite well with an older set of performance springs and some Bilsteins, but those were pretty worn out and the front sat a little too high for my liking. The tools for this job are fairly basic. You'll need a 22mm for the top shock nut. I use an impact to remove the old suspension. Let's get this thing jacked up and get this job complete.
Alright, so I got the first KW on there on the driver's side. As you can see, I mean, it's such a nice product. There's a couple things that I want to go over really quick before I put the other one in about the way that these things are designed, because they are, I got a little sniffle, but they are just amazing. One of the things that is really amazing is that right there. I mean, they give you a new camber bolt. I know that there are a lot of coilovers that are being put out now that have, you know, they completely eliminate the top bearing and they utilize a camber plate, and I know that that's badass, and as a matter of fact I'm going to get a pair of those because I want to try them out for the Rocco 2. But for this car, you just can't beat KWs, man. You can't. So another thing I wanted to show you that's really, really nice about this is if you've done a lot of shocks and struts and stuff, this is always a major pain, right? You're always going to have problems grabbing this because a lot of manufacturers, they make these little tiny two-sided flat holders, and they're not tall enough and they're not beefy enough, and there's no way. So I don't know if you noticed in the time lapse, at first, you know, I just went for it and I was like, man, I'm gonna put the gun on this thing, dude. But you know, after sitting there for a second and thinking, like, looking at it and how well it's actually built, you don't need to put a impact gun on there and hold on to the shaft and hope that the thing tightens down good. You can fit a 10mm right on there perfectly. I mean, this isn't rocket science, but KW does it right. I guess everybody else does it wrong, man, because let me just show you one more time what it is that I'm talking about. It's this guy right here. Just the way that they made that nice and beefy.
So with the fronts on, I decided to move on to the rears. It took me a little bit longer than usual because the Autotech bar that I have on the rear integrates into the shock mounting points, which requires the removal of the entire sway bar. It added about another 20 minutes to the job, but all in all, things went pretty smooth on this install, and I lend that to the quality of the build.
Alright guys, I got her down off jacks. I got her exactly where I want her, about 3 inches from the fender to the lip all the way around. Unfortunately, on the fronts, with how much camber I'm able to put in there, I'm going to get some rubbing on the KW adjuster puppet.
I grabbed some 4x100 3mm spacers off Amazon and everything clears now. Let's get her washed up and take her for a spin. So, we got the KWs on and we're about to drive out to Humul. It's been gosh, I don't know, a couple weeks, so they've definitely settled in. I got them set at actually the minimum requirement that KW specifies in their documentation that they send with the coilover kit, which, as you saw in the unboxing, I mean, it is a chef's kiss of a packaging. So yeah, we're gonna take this up to Hamul and we're gonna see how it runs. I've gotten used to the way that this thing handles now. It was just so different. So I've been taking corners in this thing very confidently. So I am extremely happy with these KW V2s on the Sirocco. This thing handles amazingly. Hopefully I can get a little room in front of me. I got my cameraman, Jay Skillett, here. And hopefully we can get a little free road access here so we can start running the Rocco through the paces so you guys can see how these KWs react. Okay, so we made it here to Hamul. I got Jay Skillett still on the camera. And I'm gonna give my final opinion on the KW V2s. They are amazing. The build quality, the attention to detail in the construction, the thought behind the way that they put them together and the ease of installation, it's hands down worth every single penny. I'm not taking anything away from a lower priced coilover. I have Solo Works on the Rabbit truck and I love them. I have on the Jetta, I'm going with CKW2 airbag system, but right now I got Ultimos on there just so it can roll around. You know, I might drive it like that for a little while. But let me tell you something. This car handles like a beast. It's extremely fun in the turns. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hey, do me a favor. Just click the subscribe button, click the like button, and I'll keep providing the best Volkswagen content on YouTube. Cooler Volks.
Peace. Hit that subscribe for my dad. And smash that like button.
We're gonna have to arm ourselves to the teeth.
Let us hear them.